hear me? We're not here. Rob's not here.
Get excited again at the start of next year, you know? Every year it was fun to start. At the end,
Run through. Yeah.
For the first time in club history, the Sacramento Republic will begin the season at home. Tonight they welcome San Antonio FC, which is looking to build on last year's breakout season. UC Davis Health brings you tonight's opener here at Papa Murphy's Park. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Alongside Kevin Goldthwait, I'm Rob McAllister. It's been said before, the only constant in the game of soccer is change. The Republic have not only overhauled their roster, with just 3 starters returning, but there's been some dramatic changes in the coaching staff and front office. Kevin, what can we expect from the Republic in 2018?
Simon Elliott, hired this offseason, has big shoes to fill. This is his first opportunity taking charge at a professional level. And we saw flashes of his style early in the preseason. A good look right now. Villarreal, great ball into Isley, back to goal, around the face run by Iwasa. Want to see more of that. Want to see more of this as well. Kevin Alimon driving that ball, penetrating into the final third. There's a bit of a turnover. There's a bit of some ball pinballing around, but a good effort for Sacramento, keeping the pressure on, getting the ball wide, and a great service in the box. Before you know it, ball's in the back of the net. Want to see more of that.
And let's take a look now, our Consolidated Communications match of the evening here. And we look at Chris Tierpak, 6 goals a year ago. He's going to be relied on heavily in 2018. And then, of course, you talk about Vian Bajev for Sacramento, Kevin, a key player as well, but 2 guys that will be deadly.
Yeah, Bajev's going to be very, very important for Sacramento all year. And I think, frankly, tonight, the winner of these two, the better player of these two tonight is going to win the game.
When someone else depends on you, the question of healthcare can stop you in your tracks. But candidly, it all really comes down to one big question. Who offers the very best healthcare? UC Davis Health. Visit answers.ucdavis.edu.
The sun burns at approximately 5,500 degrees Kelvin. The same color temperature as the pioneering Audi LED technology, helping bring you daylight even after twilight. Progress is turning night into day. LED technology, found in the Audi A4. Get an exceptional offer at your local Audi dealer.
Why does Papa Murphy's offer any large pizza for just $12 on Tuesdays? Because these things also happen on Tuesdays.
Soccer practice.
Softball practice.
T-ball practice. Picture day.
Jake's mom can't do carpool.
Dentist appointments.
Orthodontist appointments.
Tuba lessons.
Hopathon.
PTA meetings.
Science fair.
Show and tell. Book reports.
Mathlete practice.
Papa Murphy's $12 Tuesdays. Make Tuesdays easier and more delicious. Home bake any large pizza, just $12. Papa Murphy's.
Love at 425 degrees.
You hear the big news? What? No? It's the Honda Dream Garage Spring Event, and it's happening now. Did you see the size of that logo? Check out this brainy lawnmower, and would you look at this Civic? Yeah, this is no ordinary Civic. It's a Honda Civic with sport mode. You know what's in here that's faster than sport mode? Okay, the Indy car, but that's mine.
The Honda Dream Garage Spring Event is on now. You could get a great deal on the Civic, a KBB.com Best Buy for 2018.
Welcome back to Papa Murphy's Park on this St. Patrick's Day alongside Kevin Goldthwait and Rob McAllister. Let's take a look at our U.S. Bank starting 11. We begin with San Antonio FC. Ever Guzman added toward the end of last year, 4 goals toward the end of the season, a star in the making in number 99.
Familiar face in that back line with Chris Christian as well, number 13.
Chris Christian, a star as well. We've saw him for the last couple of years here. Let's take a look now at Sacramento as we begin with a couple of changes. It's going to be a 4-3-3 tonight, but Vian Bajev, a solid player. We talked about him earlier, but it's going to be all about Jeremy Hall and Jaime Villarreal in the midfield.
Yeah, I also think Hayden Partain playing that right back position here tonight. It's going to be interesting to see how he can feel it. More of an attacking type player filling in at right back.
And as we take a look at what San Antonio has lost is two key players in Billy Forbes and Seb Ibiaga. Big shoes to fill. Even though they returned 16 players from a season ago, 10 goals lost with Forbes gone.
Yeah, Forbes gone. He's one of the key players last year for San Antonio's success. We'll see who they can figure out this season, who they can figure out to get in and fill those shoes. Another guy, Ibiaga, just absolutely anchored one of the best USL back lines last year. Big shoes for San Antonio to fill the season.
Seb Ibiaga transferred to NYCFC, got the start in the opener in MLS 2 weeks ago, playing some significant minutes in the center back position. Let's take a look at tonight's coaches, and for San Antonio FC in his third season with the Silver and Black, it's Darren Powell hoping to lead his club past the second place finish from a year ago and end up in that final. They are a favorite to win it all this year. For Sacramento, it's Simon Elliott. First year at the helm, we've talked about that. A pedigree as a player that spans MLS, EPL, also a New Zealand national team player. And this is a guy who's got a lot of experience. Can he translate his playing experience to one that is on his coaching?
No, his resume is one of the best resumes around right now, playing-wise. And I think that's a big key here to think about. He's got a great coaching experience, a great coaching pedigree the last few years, what he's done for the Republic, the academy, coaching the boys over there, doing the 18s, doing the 16s as well. So he's got some experience over the last few years at a high level. But this is a little bit different animal. Now you're dealing with professional men. And if there's a guy who's got the personality, the demeanor to do this, Simon's that guy. I got a lot of respect for Simon and what he's done in his playing career, and I think he should have great success in his managing career as well.
He takes over for Paul Buckle, who in 2.5 seasons led the club to 2 straight playoff appearances in his full tenure, 3 in total. Also a first place finish in the Western Conference. Let's see what Simon Elliott do, the third coach in overall history for the Sacramento Republic. Tonight's referee is Joseph Dickerson, assistant is Eric Earhart, assistant Julian Arias, and the fourth official tonight is Vincent Apple Chiarella. Tonight it's San Antonio FC. They are in the away whites. It's the Republic from Sacramento, and they're in the Old Glory Red, and we are about to kick off the 2018 regular season here at Papa Murphy's Park. Should be a good one, Kevin, as we have two teams who are looking forward not just a productive season, but a postseason as well. Both exited in the second round of the playoffs a year ago. They have bigger aspirations in mind. Sacramento about to get underway, and here we are, 2018 season begins with Jeremy Hall sending one deep into Vion Bajev, who tries to keep it in play. And let's take a look at tonight's Chevy keys to the match, Kevin.
Yeah, it's one of these games. It's the first game of the season. You're not going to win the championship tonight. So what I want to see these guys Sacramento do is control their emotions. Come out here, play well, but win the first 10 minutes at the same time. Don't be complacent. And then finally, the biggest thing you can think about to make sure you can get a result or give yourself a chance to have a result is organization. Want to see these guys talk and communicate as much as possible.
You talk about organization and not trying to win it in the first 10 minutes. We see a different club here on the field tonight. Jeremy Hall, Vion Bajev, two familiar faces, but that back line, Kevin, now featuring 4 new players for Sacramento, the first time that's happened in the 5-year history.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that when you look at on paper, it's a concern. It's a thought to think about. These guys have not played together much beyond 2 months so far this season. So, you know, if I'm San Antonio going into this game, I'm thinking, let's try to get them in there off of their front studs, get them on their heels, get them moving back, and try to get them disorganized with maybe throwing some guys on the left, throwing on the right, doing some switches throughout the course of this game. But communication for the back four, in my opinion, is going to be the most important thing.
Jeremy Hall wearing the captain's armband. His 3rd season with Sacramento. 2nd full season was added late in 2016.
And also something to think about here in that back line is you got Hayden Partain playing on the left. I thought for sure he'd be out on the right. So there's been some injuries in the last couple of weeks that now have Hayden playing on that left side.
A battle there between Kevin Aliman and Mickey Lopez, who was added in the offseason. And he was drafted originally by Sporting KC. NYCFC the last couple of years for number 5 in the midfield. He will be key this season as well, as they expect a lot from now what is one potentially the deepest team in the Western Conference in USL. San Antonio finishing 2nd a year ago, 62 points, 17, 11, and 4. And they went on one heck of a run to start the season as they went undefeated. Really in a stretch of run there where they were scoring goals, picking up points, left and right, and 5 wins, 2 draws to start the year. A great start in 2017. Can San Antonio do it again? Here's Vian Bajet moving forward, so Sacramento has a little space on the left, and missing Hayden Partain. A little sloppy from the Republic early on. Here's Awasa in that 4-3-3 to the right, Shannon Gomez. And a foul is drawn as Chris Tierpeck is whistled just outside the 18 for Sacramento. We talk about that 4-3-3, new formation for Sacramento this year. Typically would be a guy like Danny Barrera over the ball. In set pieces like this,
I think Sacramento's been pretty fortunate over the last few years to have some guys like Rodrigo Lopez, Danny Barrera over the ball in these set pieces, just quality players. So who's going to be the guy stepping up this year for Sacramento? We got obviously Hayden Partain and Kevin Aleman over the ball here right now. You know, this situation, it's in my opinion, a left-footed guy needs to be taking this, whip it into the back post, bounce it on the 6-yard box, and have it, you know, hopefully back bouncing in that far post.
Hayden Partain wearing number 7. It's going to be Aleman instead. Ball's lifted up, set for Restrepo, and Restrepo watches it bounce on top of his net. Diego Restrepo, the 30-year-old goalkeeper, nearly quit soccer a year ago and was called by San Antonio for a tryout, brought him in as a trialist, and number 24 not only came in as the 5th game of the season, but Restrepo ended up replacing an injured Matt Cardone, and then Restrepo would go on to win USL Goalkeeper of the Year. And so San Antonio's defense, one of the best, only anchored by one of the best goalkeepers in the USL. Can he repeat that performance in 2018? Sacramento sending a couple long balls early on here, Kevin. Quick hitter. Chance for Isley. Isley's got Restrepo out of his box. Collision outside of the 18. A foul is drawn as Restrepo just ran into Christian Isley.
Restrepo, just poor decision to come out. And you got an argument here as the last defender coming out making a foul. If you're Sacramento, I think they're asking the question. It looks like Restrepo is being called over. Only a caution. Gonna look right there. Restrepo clumsy. Clumsy coming out. Poor decision on his end. And I think fortunate for Restrepo, fortunate for San Antonio, only to see a caution in that situation. I think there is an argument for the last defender there, which would be an automatic red. So and once again, a good opportunity set piece wise for Sacramento with Bijev standing over this with Kevin Aleman, it looks like.
James' first yellow card by Diego Restrepo in the 5th minute. Crowd into it here. Sloppy lifted. Bijev gives it a couple of bounces, and it's in toward the back post. Let's take now a chance for your UC Davis injury report. UC Davis Health with the latest news, events, photos, and health tips. All you have to do is find them on Twitter and Instagram at UC Davis Health. And a long list of players out tonight. Josh Turnley, who has anchored that left back position for Sacramento, is out. Wilson Nishaw still dealing with a left quad. He said he's feeling good, just doesn't want to push it. Elliot Horde still at that right knee. We hope to see him in sometime by May. And then for San Antonio, Rafa Castillo, Stephen McCarthy, Sonny Guadarrama, and Cesar Elizondo all out for SAFC. Guadarrama and Elizondo expected to be in the starting 11 tonight. So big loss for San Antonio offensively. Republic putting on the pressure. Awasa getting close to Restrepo. Restrepo able to clear it away quickly.
Just put the pressure on. Don't let any gaps these guys are trying to play out here.
This is a team that is calm, likes to play from the back. A team that will not press high, but a team that is one that will look to take on key chances and make runs just like that. Tierpeck not able to get to it, and the goalkeeper in his first season with the Republic, Josh Cohen, who came over from Arizona.
I think there's an opportunity here for Sacramento. If San Antonio is going to continue to try to play out the back, you saw how hectic that looked. And fortunate for San Antonio even to get out and relieve the pressure, if I'm being honest here, the poor touch by Jeremy Hall. But there needs to be that organized pressure. It's a good opportunity to go forward here.
Republic have put on the pressure here in the first 7 minutes of play. You talked about owning that first 10 minutes of play, Kevin. They've looked pretty good here. Sacramento has had the 2 good looks tonight. Giveaway there. Darnell King to the right side. It's chance, a ball sent in, perfectly laid ball, and a good save by Shannon Gomez, who heads it out of play.
Good defensive play, Shannon Gomez, taking no chances. But on the other side, Hayden Partain gets caught diving in as Omar Gordon uses his pace, just baits Partain a little bit. Partain's caught out, but fortunate for him on the backside, he's got Shannon Gomez cleaning things up, conceding a corner kick.
Omar Gordon started it right back in the playoffs for San Antonio. He's getting the start as a winger tonight. He'll take the free kick here with a corner kick for San Antonio, their first of the night. Ball driven hard, well, good chance, bobbles around the 6. Cohen gets to it, can't hang on, and it's cleared away. Shannon Gomez.
Really, really lucky for Sacramento right there. Ball should have been dealt with in the air. Poor effort to clear the ball by Sacramento. Josh Cohen does a really good job, actually. Makes a good save on this. Keeping this thing level 0-0.
Collective sigh here in Sacramento as the score remains knotted at 0. San Antonio starting to take advantage. Sacramento owned the first 6 minutes of play. Here's Cameron Iwasa, freshly shaved head after participating in the St. Baldrick's drive for raising money for children with cancer. And so many of the Republic players taking part in that previously this week. Here's number 14, Cole Siler, also new to this club this year, sending this ball up top, going to give Gomez a chance to go for it. Gomez battling with Cochran, and a foul is drawn.
That was a pretty soft call right there. Still, Shannon Gomez has to know that Cochran's got nothing to do right there. Just be patient, stand him up. But a good ball in by Siler and a good run by Gomez, forcing San Antonio to get their shoulders turned the other way and chase back.
Republic finished in 8th place a season ago. Looking to build on that. Their worst finish in club history, although they did move on to the second round after beating Real Salt Lake in the first round of the playoffs. Bajev moving nicely, working his way along the 18. And it's Mickey Lopez able to take it away for a moment, but Sacramento's pressure continuing. Jaime Villarreal, his first touch tonight, came over from Los Angeles in the offseason after spending 2 years with the Galaxy. Beautiful play, Partain. Laid it off, standing in the way was Pekka. Omar Gordon, 11 appearances, 1 goal a season ago. He's putting on the wheels here. Jeremy Hall colliding. No whistle blown, and defensively, Jeremy Hall winning the battle. Poked it free again, Jeremy Hall. That's what he does best.
That's your holding midfielder right there. That's exactly what you ask him to do. You see the pace there by Jeremy Hall, keeping up with Omar Gordon. And it does a really good job 1v1 defending. Great job there by Isley, back to goal.
Isley being held, no whistle goes. They swing it around. Gomez looking for an angle, curling the ball, and it just sent it far post. A good look on it, just couldn't get it enough, but maybe looking for a run from Isley or Bajev potentially on that backside.
It's well done by Aliman. Gets on that left foot. You can kind of see him sizing this up right here. Aliman, just a quick little dip of the shoulder, going for that far post. Doesn't miss by much. Love the effort coming in on that strong right foot, left foot, kind of the inverted striker roll.
But between him and Gomez, the runner on that right side, you've got to feel pretty good if you're Simon Elliott here in the first couple of minutes of this match. Rochendale, the captain, pushing it forward, trying to find Ever Guzman. Guzman signed in August with this club. Added 4 goals and another one, the game winner against Tulsa in the first round to give San Antonio its first ever franchise playoff victory. Here's Aliman again. Aliman moving his pace, took to his left foot. Cochran shields him away. Here's Christian, the former Sacramento Republic. Played more than 6,000 minutes for the boys in Old Glory Red. Tierpak with the left foot. They're trying to make runs with Ever Guzman up top, and here's a dangerous play as Mickey Lopez coming. Partain has to step up, wins the ball, and a beauty. Lopez wants a handball, will not get it. A lot of new faces for Sacramento, Kevin. 8 returnees from a year ago. Todd Donovan, the new general manager. Simon Elliott, the new head coach for this Republic side. This seems to be a team that's being aggressive. Here's Vian Bajev battling with King. Bajev, and will it be a corner kick? It will be. Sacramento's second of the night.
Good ball movement by Sacramento. Going back to your comment about, the new faces we're seeing right here. for Sacramento. I think Todd Denham's done a really good job. He talked about even, you know, impactful players that they brought in from the back forward. You know, Josh Cohen, Cole Siler into the midfield of Villarreal, up top with Isley. Bringing in names, getting Kamawasa back. I mean, bringing big names, big quality, good quality players coming back to Sacramento.
Martin lifts this one, bounced around, chance for Sacramento in the 18. They'll reset. Aliman! A big sigh from Republic fans at Papa Murphy's Park on this St. Patrick's Day.
Aliman's eyes are getting really big right there.
You like the aggressiveness. He didn't start a lot. He did start against Cincinnati in the 2-1 victory. Simon Elliott must have seen enough and saw what he liked, and good aggressive play there. Tainter just couldn't turn on it.
Even there's a good layoff there by Isley, but in my opinion, I think that swing needs to be a little bit shorter, a little bit more compact from Aliman. Doesn't need to go to hit it as hard as he can. The ball's coming back to you. The pace will kind of created for you in that situation. Like to see, just like I said, a little more compact swing. Hit target.
Pekka typically so solid in the midfield for San Antonio. A couple of giveaways already. Sacramento's made them pay. Can they make them pay with a goal? A chance for Isley. Out comes Restrepo, a sliding pickup. And potentially a good look on goal for Christian Isley. Isley goes for naught.
Yeah, Felix does a good job defensively for San Jose. But Isley, I like that little run, connecting with his fellow winger, fellow striker, Aliman.
San Antonio likes to build from the back.
And I think this is a huge opportunity for Sacramento, Rob. If they can press and force guys like Christian to stay on the ball and work it out of the back, I think there's an opportunity for Sacramento to try to pick something up and try to nick a goal off of San Antonio.
In the corner deep for San Antonio. One good look on goal is from a corner from Omar Gordon. Ball lifted, giving chase as Mickey Lopez won't get to it. San Antonio very good in the preseason, 5-0-2. 18 goals scored, allowed 7, but Ever Guzman, number 99, 5 goals, Kevin. He's going to be dangerous this season. We talked about Billy Forbes. Who would fill those shoes? I think number 99 is a pretty good case.
Yeah, pretty good pickup.
Played predominantly in the various Mexican leagues for the last several seasons. He was signed halfway through last year. 29-year-old forward added to a team that is made up with a bunch of guys predominantly 27, 28, 29 years of age. Seems to be a sweet spot in terms of talent and experience for a club like this. Christian comes up, may take the kick here and sends it backward. Sacramento was 0-1-2 on the year in preseason play. 2 of those matches against Los Angeles and Seattle of MLS. Played much better against LA than they did against Seattle in that first preseason match at Papa Murphy's Park. But again, this is a team that is young, trying to figure it out. A lot of energy. They're going to move forward. They're going to press. But do they have the stamina? Ball pops up back to Omar Gordon. Gordon taken down hard as he tries to cut to the right side. Bijev there.
Yeah, looks like they're calling a foul here. Kind of silly by Bijev, to be honest. And also, that ball's definitely going out of bounds. Bailed out. Omar Gordon is in that situation.
Well, for our fans at home, you can follow live stats and more via Twitter through the club's Twitter handle at SacRepublicFC or hashtag SACVSA. It'll be the striker, Christian Tierpak. Left-footed, driven well, looking for Christian. It'll sail out of play. San Antonio played very well in the preseason. We just had going undefeated. And beat Tulsa most recently 5-1, 4 goals in the second half. So here's a team that may start slow, Kevin, but they can finish. Also played well, 3-3 draw against New England. Here's Josh Cohen, 25-year-old goalkeeper from Mountain View, California. And a battle between, drawing the foul, is Chris Christian against Christian Isley.
So this is what I'm talking about here, Rod. This is the opportunity, in my opinion, for Sacramento. It's got to be disguised pressure that starts with Isley. See Isley's pinning him to one side. And let's see if Sacramento can kind of let the next wave of press come from that midfield and force. San Antonio just does not look comfortable on the ball. And there's a bailout. This you see Simons yelling on the sideline. This is he's bailed out in this situation.
Cochran threads it through, looking for Tierpak, sliding and making a big save is Cole Siler. The pickup from Vancouver Whitecaps 2, played the last 2 years there, 42 appearances as a center back. We saw him a couple of times here at Papa Murphy's Park. And that's 2 big saves now from the back line. One from Shannon Gomez, and here's the other one from Cole Siler.
Good work covering Cole Siler right there. Does a good job. Gets down. Not the best distribution out of it.
This game's been a lot more wide open. I think either of us is expected to start this 2018 season from these two sides. A little heavy touch from Cole Siler sends it out of play. Tower Bridge Battalion in full effect here on the north end of Papa Murphy's Park. On a cool night, 49 degrees after a week long of showers that drenched this field. It was only 2 weeks ago, the day after LAFC was in town, where there was hail on this field and it looked like there was snow that blanketed this turf. Conditions seem to be okay, ball moving fast enough. There are a couple of wet spots out on the field that have slowed the ball a bit. Both teams trying to figure out exactly where those are, but overall just a cool night, no rain in the forecast. We see Sacramento in this 4-3-3, Kevin. What's the advantage of this tactic here by Simon Elliott?
I think what Simon's really trying to accomplish with the 4-3-3 is getting those wingers involved in the attack, forcing a team like San Antonio to worry about those wingers and think defensively first. And really allows for your triangle up top. A good ball in. Your triangle up top, anchored by Isley, to play back to goal, and you have 2 guys underneath him that can make good runs across the face, Alimont and Iwasa. But those guys all need to be in sync, working together, and then also linking up with guys like Villarreal and Jeremy Hall. But ultimately, I think it gives flexibility to Sacramento and really forces a team like San Antonio to worry about your attacking players and think defensively more so than they would normally playing the normal 4-4-2.
Here's Cameron Iwasa back after a season with Swope Park. Here's a shot, looks to hit it. Ends off the heel of Chris Christian, and now Cochran trying to make something out of it.
I like that effort there by Cam Iwasa. We've seen him do it before.
He's not
from that distance.
Not afraid. He had 10 goals for Sacramento in 2016. Signed the MLS contract with Sporting KC, but spent most of the year with Swope Park. Little tap, finding Partain from Bijev, back to Iwasa, heavy touch, looking to turn, it's Alimont. Deep into the 18, trying to find some space, and Tierpak takes it away.
That's really where you want guys like Cam Iwasa, you want your striker, you want your forward to be able to get something off there, take a good touch, calm yourself as that ball comes across, and there's a really good ball by Hayden Partain. Just too heavy of a touch by Cam Iwasa. Almost think he didn't have his mind made up. You got to make your mind up and execute.
The throw here from Omar Gordon, 26-year-old Jamaican. And the wind picking up as the temperature starting to drop quickly. Kickoff about 52 degrees. We're 48 now. After just 22 minutes of play, Tierpak, his second season with San Antonio, 6 goals a year ago. Came from Swope Park before that. It was Austin. However, did not start against Tulsa in the first round matchup, and it was a decision. Darren Powell at the time said he's got a lot of quality wingers and only so many places out in the starting 11. He'll likely feature much more this year. Omar tries to loft it in. Gomez gets to it. An acrobatic play to Jeremy Hall. And here's Mitchell Tainer, his third touch tonight. Tainer came over from Toronto's USL side. 24 appearances, 2 goals in 2017. Hard challenge from Greg Cochran. Aleman back up quickly. Ever Guzman. A rare mistake from the Mexican national. It's opening night here at Papa Murphy's Park. Alongside Kevin Goldthwait, I'm Rob McAllister. Appreciate you joining us here. The debut on My 58, new partner of the Sacramento Republic. Republic FC has launched its 2018 Nike kits. Purchase your kit online, sacrepublicfc.com, or visit our team store at the corner of 17th and Broadway in downtown Sacramento. Like what you've seen from Shannon Gomez tonight, he's quick off the ball, he's challenging along the touchline.
I think with Gomez, you've seen the situation right there. He just gets a little step here by Jeremy.
Good Jeremy Hall, and he continues the play for Sacramento. Now comes San Antonio. Omar Gordon, right side, slipping into the water. Bit of a puddle there, and Josh Cohen will send it out quickly, not to give San Antonio even a breather.
Going back to Shannon Gomez, it's a tough one here tonight. Debut, starting your first game here in Sacramento. Just want to see him calm down a little bit, have a little more patience defensively, and know that you don't need to go all out all the time.
1v1 against Tierpak. Beautiful layoff to Cochran. Cochran sends a good ball in, deep, no one there. And Hayden Partain will try to look for a teammate, and now can Sacramento counter. Crowd into it, starting to build. Iwasa charging forward. Aliman looking for him, and his cutoff will switch the field to Bajev. Public still moving forward. Bajev from the Fresno native sends a cross in. Looking for a run maybe from Isley or Iwasa. And it will be a goal kick for San Antonio FC.
If anything, great build-up play by Sacramento. Great job by Hayden Partain to have the maturity to hold that ball, take a touch in the box, bring it down, play it out, and a great one-touch pass by Cam Iwasa out to Aliman. Aliman finding the other side of the pitch with Bajev. Bajev just needs to be able to wrap his foot around that ball a little more for the far post. Find something on target, but still great build-up, great counterattack by Sacramento.
Beyond Bajev, 9 goals in split time with Portland and Sacramento. Went on loan late in the year, never really found his groove, and you feel like now with the whole offseason, here's an opportunity for Bajev to step into that leadership role and become the guy up top. And crowd not liking that one either. You, Kevin Goldthwait, as a throw to San
Either
Antonio.
of those guys don't see that.
So Joseph Dickerson not earning any points from the fans here tonight. No score between these two sides. Hayden Partain battling. And Partain goes down, draws the foul on Gordon. Hear exclusive stories directly from the USL players and USLsoccer.com's From the Pitch, with written and video content that provides unfiltered access and a first-person look into the professional game and players' everyday lives. Josh Cohen to take it here. Cohen, 28 appearances, 8 clean sheets with the Phoenix Rising. Gomez looking for Bajev. 50-50 ball. Sacramento wins it. Bajev looking for Aleman. Aleman looking forward. Aleman goes down. No whistle blown as he's tripped up by Christian. A counter for San Antonio. Guzman moving left. And Guzman able to keep it in play. Will recycle it back to the back line.
Once again, Rob, I don't know what Dickerson's looking at in that situation. Aliman does a great job slaloming through a few guys.
Restrepo calming them down.
I don't know why they're playing out of the back when you got like Restrepo who can hit a ball like he just did.
He's going to look here. Beautifully weighted ball. Aleman able to get to it. Aleman in there because of Wilson Nishaw's quad injury. And Nishaw said he could likely have gone tonight, but didn't want to push it and ultimately be out much longer. Tainer coming all the way up the pitch, finding Bajev. Good angled ball. Can Sacramento capitalize? Darnell King able to cut it off. Darnell King from Tampa, one of the NASL's best defenders over the last several years. Spent 6 years in NASL. 2,000 minutes for Tampa in 2017. Solid right back allows Omar Gordon to play more of his natural position for this SAFC side. Angle not there for Sacramento. Restrepo. Restrepo won the ACC championship with University of Virginia in 2009. A little bit of heartache for him after last night's big loss in the NCAA tournament. And his team, the first to ever fall to a 16th seed. Sacramento, the pressure continuing here. Gomez taken down by Tierpak. Half hour gone by here at Papa Murphy's Park. Tierpak just comes in for a hard challenge. Sacramento quick to start again. After Virginia's big loss, Kevin, how's your bracket doing? I know most of the country either was excited about it or not. Here's Sacramento moving forward via Real. Chance for Iwasa. Iwasa taken down just outside the 18. No call from Dickerson as Pekka able to break up the Sacramento attack. Another push down, this time it's called. Ryan Felix and Amy be shown a yellow here. Now just pulls out the magic spray. Felix arguing his case, and that would have been a soft yellow, no doubt about it.
Looks like Felix kicking a few different people here. It's a good tackle actually right there by Pekka. Good turnover, a good job pressing again together, Sacramento. And Felix just taking a swipe more or less on Partain. And a decent opportunity here, wind at Sacramento's back. Good distance from goal to be able to hit this with pace. Slick turf. All these things you got to think about if you're Sacramento as well as San Antonio, if you're Restrepo right now. I mean, ideally, honestly, I'd like to see this thing bounce in front of Restrepo. The ball typically will pick up a little speed.
It's going to be Bajev. Bajev lost one in right into the arms of Diego Restrepo.
Decent effort there by Bajev. Able to get it over the wall, just can't find it.
You say fine target.
I mean, I no qualms with that. It's a good effort. Gets the ball over the wall. I mean, in a perfect world, obviously it's tucked probably about 4 or 5 feet higher and 6 feet to the left in that upper corner. But give the ball a chance and make Restrepo make a save.
For the first 30 minutes, Kevin, you got to be pretty happy with the way Sacramento has attacked. They've gotten plenty of opportunities and have been the aggressors.
They're definitely causing fits. More issues for San Antonio defensively for San Antonio than Sacramento's. A handball right there by Villarreal. And Sacramento's definitely got in behind San Antonio more times than San Antonio's got in behind Sacramento. And I still can't believe these guys are trying to play out of the back. I mean, they look so uncomfortable on the ball, San Antonio does. And this is one of those things in the game of soccer that if you've got a coach or you got someone that wants to do this, they are going to be stubborn as they can be. And it's going to work until it works, or it's going to work until it doesn't work. And this is one of this is the issue. This is one of these issues in the game where you see coaches just stubbornly stick with it.
Well, you said it could work so well. What we saw a year ago, 17 wins. Isley, Christian, hoping for an offside call, will not get it. Works himself into the 18, being held by Darnell King. Isley looking to turn, trying to find Villarreal. Iwasa won't get to it before Gordon does. San Antonio, you talked about that attack. They play that 4-2-3-1, which almost becomes a 4-2-1-3 in a sense. And they're looking for those long balls. They want those angled balls from the midfield. They want to get it out wide. They haven't really been able to do that tonight. Couple of opportunities with Tierpak. Gordon running down that right side, but we haven't seen much of it from San Antonio.
I think Sacramento's doing a good enough job making it difficult for San Antonio to play out of the back. And ultimately, they have nowhere to go except trying to clear the ball. And Sacramento's doing a good job of pinning them in.
Battle here, looking, send one upfield. That's exactly what we were talking about. Tierpak near the end line, looking to cross in, sends a beautiful ball, drops it in, a diving save for Josh Cohen. Lays out for that one, and none bigger, and Sacramento looking to break. Cut off by Cochran. San Antonio not quite done yet. Battling in that corner with Gomez. Villarreal. San Antonio. Pekka now, wide open field, angling toward goal. Looking for a shot potentially with his left foot, and a near foul in the box as Shannon Gomez comes in hard and lucky not to draw a penalty here.
Look at the strength. Love that by your striker, Isley. Great job relieving the pressure for Sacramento.
Decent switch. Can Sacramento make something out of it? A handball as it pops up.
I'll go back. I want to talk about Isley, how important that is to have a guy up there with Chris Christian right on his back to be able to hold the ball back to goal, relieving the pressure for Sacramento. One of those unsung things. You got to look right here. Cole Siler diving in. The Cardinal sin as a center back. Don't leave your feet. Chris Tierpak does a good job, an even better job. Josh Cohen coming off his line, corralling that ball and holding on to it.
Vicky Lopez. Cochran, Tierpak. For the first time, Rochendale up. Rochendale, the captain of the San Antonio side, the sixth in club history. Rochendale sends a good ball in, looking for Gordon's back on his left heel. Gordon's gonna take a shot, sends it in the Tower Bridge Battalion. An errant kick, as it was a good opportunity for San Antonio, squandered away.
Great combination play. I tell you, a pretty athletic move there by Omar Gordon coming up in the air, bringing the ball in off his chest, and a good little piece of combination play. He's gonna another look right now. Great ball in the box. And look at this first touch. Wow, great little one touch there by Guzman as well. Omar Gordon, we talked about it, doesn't need to take that big of a swing. Just get your laces through the back of the ball, follow it in the back of the net. See how big of a swing he takes right there. It's just too big for that from that distance. You don't need to hit it that hard.
Bajev to the feet of Christian. Hall. Good build up for Sacramento. Aleman being chased from behind. Pekka with the foul. Won't be called. They'll play on. Aleman nearly made it into the 18. Gordon and Hayden Partain battling.
Get the defensive work by Partain. That's great effort too.
And here's a guy who was a midfielder, has not played the left back or right back position, played right back the entire preseason, Kevin. And here you go, you take number 7, and you're putting him in a position where he's got to learn on the fly. Pretty good start to his year here in 36 minutes of action, is able to get some good defensive stops against Omar Gordon.
Yeah, and a midfielder by trade, and I think even traditionally, I think a pretty offensive-minded midfielder. So another one of these interesting things, you see a new coach come in and think all of a sudden, well, we need somebody to fill in. Why not Hayden Partain? He's done a great job right back and left back too tonight.
Restrepo trying to find Tierpak. Well, for our Indomitable season ticket holders, if you missed our annual season ticket pickup party, it's not too late to receive your ID card limited edition scarf. Contact 916-307-6100, goal at sacrepublicfc.com to schedule your time to visit the headquarters and secure your packet. No score here in the opener between San Antonio and Sacramento. Alongside Kevin Goldthwait, I'm Rob McAllister. Restrepo, the goalkeeper, defending USL goalkeeper of the year. after allowing just 23 goals, 12 clean sheets, 17, 4, and 11. A great year for San Antonio as they moved on to the second place, really held that position as Real Salt Lake, the Real Monarchs, I should say, were the best club in all of USL, and Sacramento ended up taking them down in the first round on penalty kicks. You talked about building from the back and what this team stands for. Well, they start with defense. We know that last year, second longest streak, 672 minutes without allowing a goal. That's 50 days, Kevin, in case you're trying to look at the calendar, where they did not allow a goal. And the whistle blows as we have a potential yellow card against Ever Guzman, a hard challenge in the middle of the park. And it's Mitchell Tainer who appears to have been hit in the side of his head, and he is going to be slow to get up here. Gives the thumbs up, so apparently he might be okay.
Tell you what, this is one of these cold nights where
it stings more than
everything hurts a little more than it should. You know, getting your foot stood on, getting an elbow to the ear, as it looks like. Everything hurts just a little bit more.
Well, that's the second yellow card.
San Antonio FC.
Challenge from San Antonio. They're a team that likes to control the midfield. They have not been able to do that here tonight. It's been Sacramento who's been the aggressors, but still no score. Good run from Mawasa. Out comes Restrepo.
Like the idea there, Cole Siler. I think technique lets him down a little bit. The ball needs to have a little bit more air under it in order for it to maybe hold up a little better to prevent Restrepo from coming out and corralling it.
To the feet, Paul Gordon now, San Antonio. Paul. And when there's a ball to be won, you know Jeremy Hall's going to get right back in it. Here's Pekka trying to slice it through.
Well done by Partain again.
Iwasa has got Bijev. Here's Bijev to his left now, working to his right. Trying to earn a corner kick, and somehow it was last touched by Bijev, and so it'll be Restrepo with the opportunity here. Gordon Cochran seeking toward on this left side. We have not seen many of the switch balls from San Antonio as well. They seem to be playing along the edges.
Well, this is a good example. What happens here is they're trying to build out of the back, can't find anyone, end up hoofing it down. And easy for Sacramento. Easy for Sacramento to pick the ball up and go right back at San Antonio.
We see Mickey Lopez now putting the pressure on, a little bit of a different tactic change for San Antonio. Mickey Lopez comes all the way from the midfield and seeking a handball. Mitchell Tainer arguing with Joseph Dickerson. And Eric Earhart will award it. There's Julian Aris who awards the handball for Sacramento. Sliding on the turf, down goes Cochran. Can Gomez and company take advantage? Aleman. To the middle, Jaime Villarreal. One touch, potentially too many. Coughs it up. Chance for San Antonio.
Such a good first touch by Villarreal. It just takes one too many right there.
Iwasa, Bijev. Ryan Felix from Los Angeles, California. Rochester Rhinos a season ago, signed in the offseason. Came from the best defensive team in the USL, on the East Coast anyway, to the best in the Western Conference. Gomez has been battling with Tierpek all night and saved what could have been a corner kick for San Antonio. Now becomes a throw from deep in the attacking third. Chris Tierpak looking to get in the 18. Thrown up, looking for Gordon. Gordon, chance for Ever Guzman. Strike on goal, and it will sail away and out of play. Deflected by the Republic, the second corner kick of the night for San Antonio FC. Omar Gordon. In swinger, down low, bobbles up, dangerous ball. Bajev gets to it, still battling, cleared away by Cameron Owasa, and Isley will track it down. Isley looking to draw the foul on Pekka, and they'll award it to San Antonio FC.
Good effort nonetheless by Isley, making it difficult for San Antonio, allowing everyone to get their shape.
King to throw, finding Gordon. Hall winning the ball for Sacramento, and down goes Bajev. Flag went up before Bajev was taken out, and this may be against the Republic.
Well, had to go over the throw-in.
Although Mickey Lopez is the one getting a talking to. That was out of play. So the flag should have come up a lot sooner. It was delayed, and thus the confusion. Sacramento trying to break free, but San Antonio has cleaned it up a little bit here in the last several minutes. After you publicly called him out, Kevin Goldthwait. But it hasn't been enough. They've picked up a couple of corners. Ever Guzman, 5 goals in the preseason, dumps it off to Gordon. Gordon, Tainter sends it into the crowd. And 1 minute of extra time is brought to you by Rayleigh's Something Extra Awards program. Earn points every time you shop. Sign up today at Rayleighs.com. So 1 minute here in the first half of action from Papa Murphy's Park. Tainter into the 18, looking to clear it away. Cochran to his right foot, all the way from the left back position, sends a lofting ball in. It's Cole Siler there. Can Sacramento get a good look at it? Looking for a foul. Eric Arnhart on this home side will not give it to him, and Pekka's trying to keep the press going for San Antonio. Finding Gordon near the end line, bobbles into the arms of Josh Cohen.
This extra minute of stoppage time brought to you by Rayleigh's Something Extra Awards program. Earn rewards point every time you shop, and the points add up fast. Every 3 months, your points are converted into a reward that you can spend on your groceries.
Cole Siler.
Cash. Plus, get personalized offers to fit the way you shop. Shop today and sign up.
Christian, very good at those 50-50 balls we saw here the last 2 seasons. But not enough for San Antonio to remain control. Aleman, who's been a thorn in the visitor side all evening. Had a couple of good looks at it in the first 10 minutes of play. What'd you see from the Republic that you liked here in this first 45, Kevin?
Like their pressure, like their resilience. Was a good look by Bajev.
How about a build up here? Bajev toying along the line, finding Owasa. Owasa trying to thread it to Aliman! No, it's Kevin Aliman who's able to poke it in. A beautiful late ball from Cameron Owasa. And it's 1-0 as Sacramento scores in stoppage time.
It's a great piece of play there by Sacramento. Good patience in that final third there, starting with Vion Bijev, playing to Cam Owasa. And Cam Owasa, you think he's just going to hammer it. Cheekily finds Kevin Aliman on that right side. And Kevin, a great finish. A great ball by Owasa. Look at this finish. That's tough for Aliman. It's easy for you to lift that ball over the net, over the crossbar. Does a great job, Kevin does. Beating Diego Restrepo in the dying minutes of the first half. And this, we talk about this all the time, how important it is to win these moments in games. The final 5, the first 5, but a great job by Sacramento and a wonderful finish by Kevin Aliman.
Standing ovation from the fans here at Papa Murphy's Park as Kevin Aliman scores his first goal with the Sacramento Republic, and the whistle blows. A first half of play is in the books. Sacramento, something they've not done in the past, and that is strike in stoppage time. They make a big one here as Kevin Aliman makes it 1-0 here against San Antonio. The visitors a little bit shocked, never quite hide it, but for the Republic, they were able to get up on the board 1-0 in what is the home opener, the season opener here at Papa Murphy's Park. Beautiful ball, chances left and right for Sacramento, but it was Kevin Aliman that put them in the books. We have a halftime show, stats and more coming up. We'll be back after this on the My 58.
During open enrollment, all those questions often lead only to confusion, but when you stop and ask who provides the very best healthcare, suddenly it all becomes clear. UC Davis Health. Visit answers.ucdavis.edu.
Spring is coming. Enjoy the season with a great deal on a new Toyota. Like low APR financing on the technology-loaded Corolla, the adventurous RAV4, the rugged Tundra, and more.
I'm rebuilding the deck?
Yep.
Okay.
Get 0% financing plus $500 cash back on the ready-for-anything RAV4 or RAV4 Hybrid. Or lease a spacious Highlander for just $319 a month.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Why does Papa Murphy's offer any large pizza for just $12 on Tuesdays? Because these things also happen on Tuesdays.
Soccer practice.
Softball practice.
T-ball practice. Picture day.
Jake's mom can't do carpool.
Dentist appointments.
Or the dentist appointments.
Tuba lessons.
Hopathons.
PTA meetings.
Science fair.
Show and tell.
Book reports. Mathlete practice.
Papa Murphy's $12 Tuesdays. Make Tuesdays easier and more delicious. Home bake any large pizza, just $12. Papa Murphy's.
Love at 425 degrees.
When you're ready to buy a house, a mortgage from U.S. Bank could help make it possible. And a dedicated financial partner will be with you every step of the way. See about pre-qualifying today. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
Back in Sacramento, halftime here. Republic 1, San Antonio FC nothing. As it was an exciting end to the first 45 minutes of action. The fans are pumped up here. Let's take a look at your first half highlights as we had a couple of the opportunities by the Republic early on. And this is the first set piece of the afternoon. Bobbled around, nearly made Diego Restrepo pay just on top of the goal. But we liked what Sacramento did early, creating chances, getting some good opportunities on some set pieces.
Yeah, I like to see Isley. Isley does a good job here. Makes something out of nothing, but really I think that the most important thing, Sacramento did a really good job of pressure, making it really difficult for San Antonio. Aliman right now, wonderful first 45 minutes, had a lot of chances. This was his first one, kind of opening up that campaign, or the 45-minute campaign for him. But I love that effort coming in off his left foot, off that right side. Saw some other good set-piece chances for Sacramento as well. Vian Bijev does a great job. Gets the ball over that wall, on target. That's all you can ask for. And San Antonio had some good chances as well.
And you had a good couple of plays by Josh Cohen and Diego Restrepo tonight. And Chris Tierpak, really the lone bright spot, you think, for San Antonio FC. Not to be able to connect there for Ever Guzman, but a couple of opportunities. There was Omar Gordon on the right side as well. Just sent this one into the Tower Bridge Battalion. And then you feel like there was an opportunity for Sacramento breakthrough. When would it come? Well, it would come late in the first half of action. It would be Kevin Aliman who would continue to put some pressure on, and Vian Bijev with a beautiful setup.
Yeah, I think that my favorite thing about this clip is the patience in the final third of guys not getting crazy, not just having a go, having a smash. Great finish by Aliman and a great way to finish the first half.
And let's take a look now at our halftime stats, and the big one is the goals. 1-0 Sacramento, and there was shots. I mean, they put it in play. They made Diego Restrepo work. and there was a couple of opportunities, and Sacramento able to get one of them here. So a great first start to Sacramento, the 2018 season. And for the Republic, they lead 1-0. But there's so much more going on in expanded USL, and now we're going to check in with the USL president, Jake Edwards, and he had a sit-down conversation, had a lot to say about the league and what's coming up here in this season.
Hi, we're being joined today by Jake Edwards, president of the USL. Just getting ready to kick off an exciting 2018 season. Jake, thank you very much for joining us today.
Great, my pleasure.
Jake, it's been another exciting off-season for the USL, and buzz is really picking up as we're getting ready to kick off here. Talk to us about what you're looking forward to the most in 2018 and where the USL is positioning itself in the American soccer landscape.
Yeah, we've worked hard this off-season and the last few years now to create a really great league, but an aspirational league. We look at the leagues around the world and we say we would like to be in the company of some of those top leagues. We're now the second division in the US. We've worked hard to achieve that, and we aspire to be one of the top second divisions in the world. And there's some phenomenal leagues out there to aspire to that we can learn from. But things are going great. It's been a busy off season. We've got some new teams coming on board, some great new owners coming in the league, phenomenal new players coming in the league. And it's going to be by far and away the toughest and most competitive season, but certainly it's the biggest season we've had yet. More games, more teams. We reach more communities, more fans than ever before. So this is another big year for us.
Well, the league this year certainly continues to grow, and we're welcoming 6 new teams to the USL in 2018. What are you looking forward to the most during this kickoff weekend of these teams coming in and the quality of soccer we're going to see across the league?
Yeah, 6 very exciting teams, 2 teams that are already established clubs in Indy 11 and North Carolina. Great pedigree, great fan bases, exciting soccer-specific stadiums, and Atlanta United, the lone team out of MLS coming in this season. Atlanta United breaking all kinds of records as an organization in MLS, doing great things for the sport. Fully anticipate the same for Atlanta United too. And then, of course, our new markets, Nashville and Las Vegas, Fresno. Really exciting new additions to our league, and have done tremendously well in pre-season games so far, well attended. So very much looking to see how those teams and those new fan bases mix in with all the other teams we have in our league.
Welcome back to Papa Murphy's Park. At the break, fans taking a timeout to check their scores, maybe check their brackets as well. Let's take a look what we got coming up next week. It will be airing on My 58, so make sure you tune in for this. It's Orange County where the boys will be heading down to Southern California. OC hosting Phoenix here tonight, and they are down 1-0. So Orange County looking to bounce back, see if they get the 45. Sacramento, meanwhile, or up by San Antonio here, 1-0. We got more exciting second half on the way right here on the My 58. Don't go anywhere.
There's still time to save at Nissan now. Don't miss big offers on road with ProPilot Assist that helps keep you centered in your lane. The technology of tomorrow, available today. Time is running out. Save big on our entire lineup now. It's time for an upgrade. Hurry into the Nissan Now sales event. Exclusive offers end soon. Get a low $199 per month lease on Rogue, or get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 13 models.
The difference between impossible and possible? It's a person who believes they can, saving toward their goal with a bank that believes they can too. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
Every day, there are millions of stories, but the most important are the stories that impact you. Whether it's keeping your family safe,
these are the areas under a high alert because we're
understanding changes to your world,
it could end up costing taxpayers more money, thousands,
or figuring out what the future holds.
It just may be bringing new jobs to Sacramento.
At 10 o'clock, we take more time to focus on the details that impact you most. KCRA 3 News at 10 on My 58, where the news comes first.
San Antonio FC, the Sacramento Republic here at the halftime in the 2018 regular season opener. It's a cold, brisk night in Sacramento, but the Republic fans feeling warm after that goal from Kevin Aliman right before the break. Let's take a look at the upcoming matches for SAFC. They'll have their home opener next Saturday against St. Louis FC. St. Louis has had a lot of turnover the last couple of years, but the schedule, if you look at this, I think it looks pretty favorable so far for SAFC, but Swope Park going to be probably a pretty strong team again. The big question mark is how good will Fresno be, but they've got a lot of Republic players who were here just last season.
Yeah, I got a lot of guys in charge down there. They're familiar with the league as well. So, I mean, it's still too early to tell really on any of these teams. There's so much parity in the USL that it's hard to tell from year to year what kind of quality is going to be. But still, what I like about that is week, 7 days. So it's a great way to kind of build into the season.
And that's good for, let's take a look now for Sacramento's upcoming schedule. We talked about on the road next week in Orange County. We'll broadcast that game for you. Then there's Easter weekend, Rio Grande Valley. We will not be on the air for that one, but there you go. Like you said, it's there's game separating, but you do have a Wednesday game against Colorado Springs coming up. Do you want the Wednesday games earlier in the season or toward the end?
Hard to tell. Honestly, it really depends where your squad is, whether your team is at that point. Are there injuries? We have a few right now, so maybe that's a concern going into that game, but maybe there's enough time between now and April 18th for these guys to get fit. But depth becomes a concern in those situations when you do play 3 games in 7 days.
Well, we talk about some of that depth, and what we did not talk about so far yet was the newest out of the Sacramento Republic, as we talked about 5 new signings from the academy. It's a professional contract for academy players. Essentially means they can play, but they don't lose their NCAA eligibility. So a couple of those players may add some depth. You may see a guy like your Butlers, your guys on their trots like Quincy Butler, your Mark McIntosh, getting some time. You're just a teenager, but a good start for Sacramento if you're looking long term.
Yeah, you're looking long term, and even for for a guy like Quincy Butler to come out here and learn what it takes to go one-on-one and take somebody on at the professional level. I don't care what level you are. If you're playing against men who are putting food on the table and you're an 18, 17-year-old, it's a different thing and a different animal and a great thing to experience at a young age, and a wonderful opportunity for them, and also a great opportunity for Sacramento to start building these guys up.
You talked about this before in maybe previous years, is the difference between no longer being a high school college player and understanding that these guys are fighting for paychecks so that they can take care of their families. And it's a whole different mindset. It's a different way you approach the game. and it really becomes a learning experience for these young guys.
Well, yeah, really, I hate to say it as bluntly as this. I mean, it stops becoming fun at that point. It becomes more of a job. It's still fun, don't get me wrong, but it's not the joy of going out and playing with your best friends and having a great time. If you lose, it doesn't matter. If you don't do well, it doesn't matter. It matters. Everything matters, and you're all of a sudden that day-to-day grind of being a professional is learned. And it took me about a year to figure that out. This young, naive boy going into MLS thinking, oh, it's gonna be great. We're gonna play soccer and have fun. It's not like that. It's you know, I didn't learn that until I was 22, 21 years old. And for, like I said, our young guys, and to have that here in Sacramento, it's huge for them to learn that. I hope they do experience the training every single day and what it means to play in a match and what it means to go up one-on-one in the 90th minute against somebody on a corner kick, and it's either, you know, the ball's in the air, you're winning it, or he's winning it. You know, how do you perform in those situations?
Well, the first half play, when you talk about those final moments, Kevin Aleman putting the stamp on the first half of play. Good looks. 2 of them didn't go. The third one did, and Sacramento fans are feeling pretty good right now, even though it's a cold night. 47 degrees here at Papa Murphy's Park, and we are about to get underway in the second half, waiting for Joseph Dickerson to blow his whistle. Checks both sides. Captains each say it's time to go, and we are about ready to go, and the whistle blows. San Antonio FC now moving to the south end of the field as they trail by a goal. Kevin Aleman from assist from Cameron Iwasa in the 45th minute is the difference maker here.
It'll be interesting to see what was discussed at halftime. I saw Simon Elliott and his assistants for a while talking after the whistle for the first half blew. And I wonder what was discussed, and I think I've got a sneaking suspicion that the pressure is going to be discussed. The pitch is pretty wet in places right now, and I'm frankly really surprised at how much San Antonio is trying to play out of the back in that first half. If they continue to do that, I think Sacramento should have a game plan in place on how to press and how to step and make it even more difficult for San Antonio so Sacramento can pin them down even more.
Miscommunication between Villarreal and Bijev there. Appears to be no changes for either side here. Diego Restrepo. He along the back has Gray Cochran, Chris Christian, Ryan Felix, Darnell King, and then Ryan Rochendo, Pekka, Mickey Lopez, Chris Tierpak, Eber Guzman, Omar Gordon, the 11 for San Antonio. As the ball's played out, it'll be a throw for SAFC. For Sacramento, Josh Cohen, Cole Siler, Mitchell Tainer, Hayden Partain, Shannon Gomez in the back. Kevin Aleman, Jeremy Hall, Jaime Villarreal, Christian Isley, Cameron Iwasa, and Vian Bijev. Lopez sending it deep in the corner for Gordon. Mickey Lopez battling with Jeremy Hall. Keeps it in place somehow. Now he's into the 18. Lets it lay. On for Tierpak's going to be a turning left hooked shot. And it just out of play, but a good build-up from San Antonio, never giving up there. Nearly gave up the goal in the first moments of the second half.
Yeah, kind of nervous moments for Sacramento. Jeremy Hall, I think, needs to defend a little bit better right there in that situation. Move his feet better, be a little bit more patient. And Tierpak ultimately on the end of that with a tough ball to try to get on target, falling away from goal with his back to the goal, trying to wrap his left foot around the back of the ball. Difficult piece of skill. Sacramento bailed out.
San Antonio's had a couple of chances here tonight. Bijev battling with Ryan Felix. Leaves it for Iwasa. Back to Bijev. Cutting inside, angling toward goal. Bijev looking for a shot on goal toward the back post. A follow-up, and it's in! Christian Isley makes it 2-0, and San Antonio's now in trouble.
What a wonderful piece of skill by Sacramento. Good build-up play once again. All comes from Bijev. We talked about the start of this program. Bijev, is he going to have a good game tonight? Does a great job on this situation. Uses the pressure coming from the right back, Darnell King, to his advantage. Beats him, cuts it, and you see right here, gets a good look, a little deep with the shoulder. Good strike on target, makes it difficult for Restrepo. And fortunate for Sacramento, you got Isley goal poaching right on the 6-yard box in a simple finish. You see Isley's the only one thinking on his front studs out of all those back four for San Antonio and all the strikers for Sacramento. A great place to be, a great place to find yourself if you're Christian Isley. to set his campaign off this year with his first goal.
A dream start in the second half for Sacramento. They ended it on a high note with Kevin Aliman from Cameron Iwasa, and they followed up here with a big follow-up from Christian Isley, his first goal in a Republic uniform.
But going back to the start, when Bijev got that ball, he had Darnell King come flying at him, uses that pressure to his advantage, is able to beat Darnell King, and does a great job cutting in on his right foot. Inverted winger again. You see what Simon's doing with those two guys, and puts it on target. I'm telling you, so many good things happen when you're able to put the ball on target. Restrepo probably needs to do better with that and parry it away, but still, nonetheless, you got Christian Isley sitting on the 6-yard box. The only one thinking in that situation has got a simple tap in to put things up. So we start this half, we finish the first half great, and we start the second half even better with another goal.
How about this, Kevin? Only 4 times in 2017 did San Antonio give up 2 goals or more. Opening night here in 2018, they've already done it once. Diego Restrepo with a .80 goals against average in 2017, already at 2 here this season. Sacramento not quite done yet. Battling with Cochran is Isley. Isley looking to add to his total.
Still can't believe they're trying to play out of the back.
Chasing backwards, Shannon Gomez has made a couple of those tonight. Hayden Partain cheating up. They'll send it back to Josh Cohen. Siler looking to play the edge. Isley waits for it. Isley's back to goal play is sensational. It seems to be working so far for Sacramento tonight.
I agree, Rob. I mean, he's one of those guys, he doesn't look like he's that big, but he plays much bigger. Tough square ball right there.
Nearly taken away. Tainer's looking to the right. Tierpak was there, not able to get to it in time.
Those are very, very dangerous balls for your center backs to be playing.
Well, we've talked to Simon Elliott, the new head coach for the Republic, and he said it's not about the formation as much as about where we're attacking, and he expects that to change from game to game. And I think it right there is a perfect example. It really wasn't about the formation, about how Bijev angled toward and Isley was there waiting.
But you see what Simon's doing with Bijev as well as Kevin Aliman. I mean, both are playing on the opposite side of where their dominant foot is. Aliman predominantly left-footed, playing on the right side. And alternatively, you got Bijev, who's predominantly right foot playing on the left. These are the inverted wingers that we have here, where their specialty is to come in off the wing and cut to their favorable foot and have it be their strong foot, like we saw right there with Bijev on that right foot, put it on target. We saw Aliman earlier in the first half do the same thing on the opposite side. And if these two guys can continue to play like they're playing, I mean, it could lead to really, really good things for Sacramento in the future.
Bijev going for goal again. Will they give it a strike? A little too heavy off his right foot. Lays it up. Looking for a cross. Sacramento into the 18. Left foot from Aliman.
Inverted winger again. I mean, it's kind of funny how this is all coming together right here, but a good effort by Aliman. I have no qualms with the guy. Top of the 18-yard box, having a strike. Probably a pretty easy grab for Restrepo, but still good to see that nonetheless.
San Antonio still battling Jeremy Hall. Lopez looking for a foul, won't get it. The Republic have created the Flex Pack to fit your busy schedule. Pick 4 to 6 matches, including the fireworks night on June 2nd. Make the pack work for you. Visit us online to get your tickets. SacRepublicFC.com, of course. Republic up 2-0 here at home in the opener of 2018. Not done quite yet, into the 18. Villarreal trying to get to it. Sacramento still hustling. Ball lofted, back post.
Isley was sizing up a bicycle right there.
And the oohs and ahs coming from the stands. In the middle of the park. And a hard foul by Pekka. Sacramento will get it up here. 2-0. Kevin Aliman from Cameron Watson in the 45th. Stoppage time. And then Isley on the follow-up as Bijev took a hard shot on goal. Restrepo couldn't hang on. And that's where we are after 53 and change. San Antonio FC in their 3rd season, finished 10th in 2016. In 2017, they would finish 2nd and move on to the semifinals before falling in penalty kicks. In 2017, Kevin, they started the season 14 matches undefeated, and it still wasn't good enough for first place, as we saw how good the Real Monarchs were in this first 3 months of action and really throughout the season. Kick here, lofted in, San Antonio. Felix. Pekka. Pekka down, whistled. And this may be a conversation a little bit further from Joseph Dickerson to Vian Bajev. 2 yellow cards handed out tonight. It was Restrepo in the 5th minute. Came into a collision with Bajev. And then it was Ever Guzman with an elbow to the head of Mitch Tainer. Tower Bridge Battalion jumping, horns blowing, drums pounding away. They've got the flags waving throughout the air. One of the best supporter groups in USL. You could make a case even potentially MLS. Chris Christian. Tierpak along the edge, looking for some help. He'll find Cochran. Cochran will earn a corner kick. Nicely done from the visiting team. Probably as a player, nice to have the supporter group behind you instead of against you. Maybe some fuel if you're the opponents, but it's been all Republic here tonight.
Had troubles on set pieces, corners specifically. Sacramento has.
This ball's popped up. Christian, follow up from Gordon, bouncing around. Into the 6 it goes and out. Another corner kick.
It's a good example right there of clearing the ball. You never want to put it back into the middle of the pitch. In those situations, you would elect to even flick it out for another corner kick if you can.
Here's Mickey Lopez. Ball drove it in. Can Cohen get to it? Slaps it away. Republic looking to control Isley. Pekka's had trouble with Isley this evening. Here's that triangle. See a little more pressure now from San Antonio. Darnell King steps in front. King stepping up. Hayden Partain has played fantastic tonight in a position we have yet to see him feature in. Giveaway there. San Antonio looking for an opportunity. Deep in the area, Ever Guzman lofting one into the 6 and stays in play. Is a nice job by Josh Cohen to retain control for the Republic. Lopez gonna give some pressure so Cohen will pick it up. Josh Cohen spent 2 seasons with OC, but only 16 appearances in those 2 years. Really had his breakout year with the Phoenix Rising. And a soft challenge there. And Isley wants an explanation from Joseph Dickerson. We've seen Lopez play much higher in this second half of play for SAFC. Trying to thread it through. Jeremy Hall trying to find Bajev. And now it's Lopez the other way. Tierpak. Just too soft from San Antonio. Other than set pieces, Kevin, not much of a challenge from SAFC when they've spread it out on either side.
I think you've started to see San Antonio start to press a little bit more too. Like you talked about, Mickey Lopez is playing a little bit higher. It's a little bit more energy right now in San Antonio, a little more spring in their step than Sacramento, in my opinion. And that's the challenge sometimes with that second goal.
Tainer with a hard challenge goes low, but Gordon able to control it for a moment. And an errant play saves the Republic from what could have been a dangerous cross to Tierpak, waiting on that back post.
Yeah, he had Tainer right there. Looks like he was sizing things up. or sizing Omar Gordon up. And kind of lazy in my mind going in. Needs to be a little bit safer.
Sacramento 40 goals inside the penalty area, 6 outside. They've got 2 here tonight. A good start for a Republic team where fans were a bit frustrated at times at the lack of goal scoring, and the opportunities were there. They created one of the highest mark for chances. The conversion rate, however, was well below what many expected it would be. Have they remedied that here? But if you don't forget, it was last year, Kevin, the Republic started off hot. It was 2-3 goals night in and night out, and it went cold for a couple of weeks.
There's spells throughout any season when things are going your way and things aren't going your way. I think Sacramento saw the extremes on both ends, to be honest. And obviously you only hear chirps when things aren't going your way.
Cole Siler, a little dangerous.
Interesting decision by Cole Siler.
Throw from Cohen. Deep to his right. And you talk about trying to project from what you see. This ball's angled. Can it get behind Felix? It's Isley. Isley giving a little bit of chase for Restrepo just there in time. We saw LAFC, and it was Joao Moutinho's goal in the second half. There was a difference in that preseason match between the new MLS side and the Sacramento club here, and they did not look good at all. After 2 weeks, Kevin, they look like one of the best teams in all of MLS. So you've said it before that not only is it hard to know from game to game how it'll be throughout the season, it's even harder potentially what happened in preseason. For you look at the Sacramento Republic and not a great preseason, and then you look at San Antonio and they went undefeated.
It's always so interesting to me, the preseason. In my career, I could probably every season, the opposite of how we did in preseason is how we did through the course of the season. It's Chris Christian's going in with a pretty heavy challenge right there. But it's always so interesting. LAFC probably, I read something recently, the best start of any expansion team in MLS's history is what they're saying right now. And we saw when they're here probably 4 weeks ago, a month ago, 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago.
And we walked away from that game looking at you like, oh boy, it's going to be a long season for LAFC, and look at them now. So it's just preseason is always such a unique, such a weird, never should that gauge or judge.
Ball lock did for Iwasa, and you're right, we saw Diego Rossi, and what a breakout. He had 3 goals, I think a couple assists already. MLS Player of the Week. It's been fantastic. Well, have you got what it takes to beat the experts on USLsoccer.com? Show off your knowledge of the league by picking the right results of the USL's matchups each week of the season. An hour gone by Papa Murphy's Park alongside Kevin Goldthwait. I'm Rob McAllister here on the My 58. Sacramento looking to make it 3 goals. A hard challenge from Felix. And a battle between Owasa and the left side, Darnell King. San Antonio able to keep it away, but not done quite yet was Owasa. And taking a big shrug to the shoulder was the man who just scored the latest goal for the Republic, Christian Isley. And now the training staff will come out as Isley's holding that left side.
Just once again, I don't know what Dickerson's looking at here. I mean, I'll tell you what, it's a first touch. The first touch is by Ryan Felix. Isley is occupying that space.
Pretty intent, strong intent to.
I agree, there's intent there. And initially when I first saw that at first glance, it looked like Isley did get the first touch, but he got the second touch off of it. Felix beat him to the ball. And that might be what Dickerson's looking at. But still, a pretty tough challenge to take. And hopefully it's just a knock. Nothing more.
And again, Bajev just with another beautifully weighted ball. And we saw what Bajev can do on the pitch when he was with Portland. It just didn't quite mix here, I think, last year. There was opportunities. Maybe it was a new system too late. And he looks fantastic. Not only does he look pretty good in preseason, but we talk about here tonight, I think Vian Bajev and many of these players are being aggressive. They're trying things. And we'll see whether or not that translates to more wins in 2018. But a substitution coming for San Antonio. And it looks like we will have Connor Presley, one of the youngsters for San Antonio, into the match, and he'll take out the 32-year-old Ryan Rochendale, the captain. And so Connor Presley, just 19 years of age, from Austin, Texas. And he was signed last year. 6 appearances. Just 1 start, however. And FC Dallas let him go out of their academy. Spent a couple of seasons just down the road. Now finds himself with another Texas team. First substitution of the evening for both sides. Adding some youth, Ever Guzman, who's been quiet in the second half of play. They're going to need him to step up in 2018 if they hope to replace what they lost in Billy Forbes, who's now with Phoenix. Great Cochran, Aleman not done quite yet with the pressure himself. Tierpak on the edge of the box, sends a low cross in, and it's to Josh Cohen easily. Chris Christian, talking to the staff at SAFC, said this will be a test of our character in a hostile environment. And there's no denying that Christian knows what it's like to be on the home side here for the last 2 seasons. And to open up on the road, this is not the easiest place to start. Couple of mistakes here. Presley, his first touch, finding Pekka. Pekka with a good look on goal, and it just fails him at the very end as he tried to send it in. Hayden Partain may have got a heel to it, and Sacramento again comes away unscathed.
Nervous moments for Sacramento right there. Tainter. Just a little bit delayed on that ball, a bit of a slide.
Tierpak cuts back toward the midfield. Presley. Bajev is whistled for the foul. The crowd getting anxious here. It's become a bit quiet at Papa Murphy's Park. The cold settling in, holding on to this 2-0 lead. Presley doesn't square it right. Getting a little sloppy here in the attacking third. Somehow they get away from it again. Mistakes are building for Sacramento, but they hold on to the advantage. Aleman breaking to his right.
So Sacramento needs to retain possession now. Be patient, calm it down. San Antonio's really had the majority of the play for the last 10 or 15 minutes. I think they're really working themselves into this game. You know, 50 minutes, 55 minutes too late.
Iwasa looking to turn, crowd getting into it. Bajev with a strike. Easy for Diego Restrepo to his right.
Good connection for Sacramento.
Pretty incredible to think. 12 shutouts for Diego Restrepo. Just 1 shy of the record. Here's Isley. Can he get one more? Isley taking down Restrepo with a save way outside this line. And nearly on the edge of the 18, and Diego Restrepo likely saved what could have been a 3rd goal for the Republic. Whistle blows against the Republic. Well, join us as we celebrate Art Night for our next home match against the Seattle Sounders FC2 on April 7th. Tickets on sale now at sacrepublicfc.com. Building here, Presley in the game. He's made his mark. He's got a good look on goal. Takes the shot, hits the post. Back to Darnell King to his left foot. A cleanup shot, and it's into the net. Following up is Mickey Lopez, his first on the year. And now a couple of shoves after the whistle, or after the goal, I should say. And San Antonio has cut the lead by 1 for Sacramento. It's 2-1 here in the 68th minute.
Yeah, this is going to lead to a really, really frantic final 20-25 minutes here, but a great job by Mikey Lopez right there. See a great shot right off the crossbar, makes it maybe off the post initially, and then a good little finish right there. Initially, Connor Presley getting in there, a bit fortunate in my mind, kind of a bit of a pinball sort of power dribble on that left side. And then Mickey Lopez just stepping up, slotting with the inside of his foot into the back of the net. A bit of a tussle there, obviously. Picking the ball up out of the back of the net, but I tell you what, it's going to lead to a frantic final 20 to 25 minutes. All the energy is going to be in San Antonio's sails right now, and Sacramento's got to figure out a way to control the ball, slow things down, and take the momentum out of this game right now, Rob.
Well, one of the key members who has played so well in this first hour plus is Vian Bajev, as he's replaced by Luis Espino, who scored the lone goal against the Seattle Sounders as a substitute. Young player, just 20 years of age from Mexico, signed middle of last year. Republic looking for a foul, and it's Kevin Aleman. So 2-1 Sacramento, as Mickey Lopez able to cut the lead 2-1. As there's about 22 plus minutes to play here at Papa Murphy's Park. Ball lofted in. Republic looking for a chance. Bobbled around. Luis Espino.
It's a great ball in the box by Aleman, and some good runs by Sacramento as well. It's always nice to have a quality player like Espino come off the bench in this situation. I think a good decision by Simon as well, bringing somebody on who's good with the ball at his feet, can hold things, can possess the ball, make the right decisions, as opposed to a pacey flank player. So good decision, in my opinion, by Simon.
Tactically, what are you doing if you're the Republic from this point on?
Well, you make a substitution right there, and you got to talk to your guys about holding the ball, keeping the ball. And when you do win it, there still needs to be movement and energy to support and to retain the possession.
Well, while he didn't get the goal, a lot has changed for San Antonio. Is he onside? He is. Aleman moving forward. Target on goal. Cuts it back in. Looking for an opportunity. Restrepo's way off his line. Goes down in the box. There'll be no call. Diego Restrepo somehow comes away without allowing a shot on goal, and San Antonio will continue this press. The crowd has come out in full booze. Unhappy with the call in the box there. Aleman almost playing with it too many times, tried to find a good angle.
You said it, Rob. Too many touches by Aleman. He's got a perfect opportunity on his favorite left foot, right from the get. Elects to bring it back inside, toys with it too much, allows too much time for supporting defenders for San Antonio to track back and reinforce the pressure. And really don't think that was a foul. It might have been shoulder to shoulder. Could have gone both ways, but Dickerson, I think, has been pretty tight with the whistle all day.
I agree. I don't think that was a foul. I think the mistake was made earlier by not getting a good shot on goal. It remains 2-1. Tierpak looking to tie this thing up. Tierpak still moving forward, trying to draw something, will not get it. Luis Espino tripped up. And the whistle comes a little bit late, and here comes a yellow card against Pekka. That is the third yellow card tonight against San Antonio. This one's in the 72nd minute. Restrepo in the 5th minute, the goalkeeper out. And then it was Ever Guzman who picked it up in the 38th, and this is the 3rd. And it comes against Pekka.
So 20 minutes to go here. First game of the season. How fit is your team? How much work did you put in preseason? I mean, that's kind of the things that I'm thinking about right now for Sacramento and San Antonio. It looks like San Antonio's definitely got the energy going still for the last 15 or 20 minutes. Sacramento looks a little sluggish. A lot of guys, hands on their knees. Got balls played like that. That's just tired legs.
Gomez to the right. Iwasa looks to spray it out. San Antonio, Pekka got a foot on it. Battle in the midfield continues. Both sides, and we see this typically early on in the year as the fitness not quite there. A lot more fouls that tend to occur in the second half of play in these early games in March and April.
Yeah, it's tired legs. You start to lose it mentally and start diving in, taking more chances than you normally would.
And we have a good sign in the Sacramento Republic bench, something we have not been able to say very often in 2017. Maybe a change here is the veteran Adam Moffitt maybe getting a chance to come in this one. Tainer heads it away. A good look from San Antonio. Darnell King cleaning it up. To his left foot he goes, finding the youngster Presley. The 19-year-old has had an impact on this match that San Antonio was looking for. They scored a goal from a follow-up from Mickey Lopez. It's 2-1. The Republic looking to break free here. Iwasa's got some space. He's got Aleman to his right. Can he connect? And he stays onside. Aleman again, moving forward into goal. Stews up a little bit on the slow turf here, finding Isley. Isley with a shot just over the bar. The crowd was waiting to erupt here at Papa Murphy's Park.
Oh, maybe a little bit too selfish by Isley. He had two guys, Espino and Kamawasa. Kamawasa did a great job coming back across and continuing his run after he sprayed the ball out to Aliman. And look at this run by Kamawasa right here. Might have been blocked, but he's got in the back post Espino as well. One way or the other, you know what I'm going to say, Rob? I want to see Isley find target in that situation. And I tell you what, San Antonio is right back on the gas pedal.
And here comes Sacramento again. Iwasa. In fairness, Kevin, I think that's the first one tonight by Sacramento where there was a good opportunity and they did not find target. They've been right on it. Espino.
Kamawasa on that. It was a fantastic ball, connecting really nicely with Aliman, timed perfectly between the two of them. And I love the fact that Kamawasa is still the one humping it to get in the box.
Well, make sure you cast your vote for the USL Goal of the Week every Monday evening. USLsoccer.com as the road to the Fans' Choice USL Goal of the Year continues throughout the entire season. So before that buildup, we were talking about Adam Moffat, who is getting ready along the edge here, in front of the fourth official. The defensive midfielder who can also play the back line. And a foul by Jeremy Hall, and he may be shown a yellow here as Hall goes in hard, and he is booked in the 76th minute. So we talked about Adam Moffat, and he looks like he will replace Christian Isley, so a little bit more defensive-minded here. The hard challenge from Jeremy Hall books his first yellow card of the season. But Adam Moffat, 30 years of age, from Scotland, 36 years of age. 33 maybe. I think we've lost count on how old.
It's a lot of years. It's a lot of years.
He's the elder statesman on this team. I think we've written it down wrong. However, Adam Moffat, a lot of MLS experience, and you've known him from your days back in MLS. And what does this
I think
veteran bring?
I think this is a good decision. Calming presence on the ball, a veteran player who's been in these situations before. Tough challenge right there.
And another hard challenge is Adam Moffat already into the ear of Joseph Dickerson as Presley goes down.
It's two guys going down. I mean, look right here.
I just think they're both meeting at the ball. Well,
Aliman kind of is committed, you know. It'll be a tough one if he gets a caution.
He's getting a talking to nonetheless. 4 yellow cards handed out, and he did get the yellow. So that is the 5th yellow card tonight. 2 against the Republic, 3 against the San Antonio FC.
So you see the substitution too with Moffat coming in, with Isley going out. I mean, clearly there's going to be another midfielder added in, or a holding midfielder added in front of that back 4. A very defensive move, in my opinion, by Simon to park the bus, so to speak, potentially.
Mickey Lopez lofting it in. Cameron Iwasa looking to take it. Tierpak behind him. Iwasa all by himself. Villarreal looking to help with a little bit of reinforcements. Iwasa with nowhere to go, and San Antonio's defense holds up well.
Really good job by Cam Iwasa to relieve the pressure. Would have loved to see him try to possess that ball. 80th minute, first game of the year, tired legs. Great step.
So, groin and leg injuries holding Adam Moffat out most of 2017. A huge loss for a club that was hoping you'd find him in the midfield for most of the 2017 season. He's back here in 2018. Looks to be ready and fit to go. Did not play against the 2 MLS sides here as the whistle comes late out of play. But Moffat won a MLS Cup in 08 with Columbus. 10 years in MLS altogether. Substitution coming now for San Antonio as Max Rodriguez will replace Omar Gordon. Maxi Rodriguez, a San Antonio native. 5 appearances last year for the silver and black. The visitors trail 2-1. On a brisk night in this capital of California. They had a bit of plane trouble. Landing gear did not work and had a bit of a rough landing. Had to turn the plane around yesterday, so did not get in until today. So a little bit of jet lag may be a part of the issue for San Antonio here today. So Tierpak, Guzman, Rodriguez, Presley, Pekka, Lopez, Cochran, Christian, Felix, King, and Restrepo for San Antonio. Awasa, Espino, Aleman, Hall, Villarreal, Moffitt, Gomez, Siler, Tainter, Partain, and Josh Cohen, the goalkeeper for the Republic. They lead 2-1. Aleman and Isley with goals this evening. In their last preseason match in San Antonio, or excuse me, in Cincinnati, they won 2-1. Cameron Awasa and Bajev with goals in that. Here's Presley again. He's been key as a substitute in this match. San Antonio with throw. It'll be Tierpak. Looking to make a run is Lopez, who has the lone goal for the silver and black. They'll earn a goal kick here for Sacramento. Two goals tonight coming up on follow-ups. Christian Isley in the perfect place, as was Mickey Lopez. Cohen becoming a much better distributor than he was even a season ago. I think he's played very solid here in his first season opener for the Republic.
Yeah, I think he's looked great tonight. Very solid.
Restrepo with another mistake.
There's going to be an issue here.
Espino goes down, the whistle blows, and Mickey Lopez could be in a little bit of trouble. Will he get booked?
We got this from the start. Looks like Rodriguez is trying to go down, telling he wants Restrepo to play the ball out. Restrepo makes a mistake, plays it to Espino. Espino gets the ball and just continues to go for keep the attack on, but it looks like there might have been some miscommunication there by San Antonio.
Well, that is the 6th yellow card of the evening issued by Joseph Dickerson.
Or it was actually...
And it was Mickey Lopez who's receiving the card.
I think it's Cochran trying to go down initially, signaling to the referee that he wants, but you're right on the caution. So interesting, they got a substitute, so they're playing down a man right now. As it looks like Cochran is out. I don't know if it's some sort of injury. He walked off on his own 2 feet. But clearly something odd going on in San Antonio's back line with some injuries, with Cochran now out.
And it's Alex Bruce, the 19-year-old Englishman, will replace Greg Cochran. Bruce signed in the offseason after training with the club at the end of 2017. So another teenager into this match for the San Antonio FC. Can he make a difference with just about 7 minutes to go? Sacramento on a set piece here with Luis Espino, the 21 Mexican national, tries to loft it in. And King able to get there in time.
Not sure if I'm in love with that decision by Aleman. Look at Partain too. Getting up in the air, winning aerial challenges.
Trying to spray it up. Looking for Alex Bruce. Miss hit by Josh Cohen. So Alex Bruce looks to play up top, and they may be playing 3 in the back at this point, or the sense that Tierpak may be out wide here. We'll see what San Antonio elects to do, maybe going all in here in the final moments of this one at Papa Murphy's Park. Awasa giving chase, finding Christian. Aleman, Tierpak. So Tierpak has moved to that left side. Challenged by Jeremy Hall, and Hall seeking some assistance from Joseph Dickerson. And we have the final substitution. And it's going to be Justin Schmidt, who was added in the offseason for the Sacramento Republic from the Real Salt Lake. And it looks like it will be Kevin Aliman who will be replaced here. Aliman with the game's first goal, and his first goal in a Republic uniform. And another look at what Aliman did earlier tonight. That was in stoppage time in the first half of play, and he'll get an ovation from the crowd here. So Justin Schmidt from Everett, Washington, into the match for the Republic. Real Salt Lake, Real Monarchs. Limited action because of injuries.
Another defensive substitution. You got both Adam Moffat and Jeremy Hall sitting now. They push Villarreal a little bit higher, with Kamawasa playing that lone striker role.
Battling Moffat. Can he win it? Darnell King.
Well done by Espino.
And down goes the Republic. One more time, they'll earn another foul.
Fouls are your friend in these situations. Each one should take 25 to 40 seconds off the clock.
U8 Partnership Program launches soon. The program is a way for your youngsters to build a solid foundation through a creative environment that encourages fun and a love for the game. SacRepublicFC.com. Spring season starting tomorrow. San Antonio not quite done yet. Tierpak, 6 goals a season ago. He's going to be asked to be stepped up here in 2018. To the left side they go. Good looking ball, dangerous play. And it's Schmidt who gets ahead to it, his first touch of the game. But it's another turnover by the Republic. Darnell King. Right side Lopez already has a goal. Crosses this one. Tierpak up high. Cohen into his mitts, and he'll go to the turf.
Sacramento's got to have a bit of a gut check right now. Every time they get the ball, they're turning it over. We've got 4 minutes left before stoppage time.
Republic on the road for the next 2 matches. OCSC next week, and then Rio Grande Valley the week after. Tierpak along the touchline. Getting past Gomez. Gomez making a play from behind, somehow able to avoid the whistle. Ball sent up.
Another giveaway. Espino's got to be better right there. That's a great little tackle there by Shannon Gomez. Probably from behind, but does a great job against the pacey Tierpak. Once again, Sacramento just coughs the ball up and allows San Antonio to get back on the gas pedal.
And a handball whistle there. The USL's official Twitter feed keeps you up to date with news, live game updates, and highlights from around the league 24/7. Follow @USL on Twitter. Presley getting past here along the touchline. Moving past Hayden Partain. Now it's Schmidt who has to deal with it. Here's a cross and outstretched Josh Cohen. Maybe the save of the evening. As crashing on the backside was Alex Bruce, and Chris Tierpak could have evened this one at 2 apiece.
That's a great piece of goalkeeping there by Josh Cohen, keeping his team in the game. Because you're right, Rob, there's 2 guys crashing on that back post. Great job right there by Presley. He's got 2 wide open guys on that back post. And Josh Cohen comes out and snags the ball, and actually does an even better job. Doesn't punch it away. He's able to catch it and retain possession, slow things down for Sacramento. Great job by Cohen.
About the great play of the wingers up top tonight. Josh Cohen easily could be on his way to a man of the match nomination. Christian trying to dribble through. Able to earn the throw back in for the Republic. Minutes remain here at Papa Murphy's Park for the season opener on St. Patrick's Day. And the Republic hold on for a victory and 3 points to start the year. Call reverse. Republic will get the throw. Espino shielding. Time to kill the clock if you're Sacramento. Into the corner. Finding Villarreal, he's in the 18. Back outside, Iwasa just arriving late as Pekka steps in front of it. Would have been another good opportunity for the Republic. Presley has been so active since coming on a sub late in the second half of play. Tough challenge, Adam Moffitt slows it down, quick restart. Now they get it going, San Antonio. Can Sacramento continue this defensive pressure? Too much space for Darnell King here. Good play, Hayden Partey, not a natural fullback, but he has played spectacular this season in the opener.
Partey is pretty well pot committed on that challenge right there, does a good job. That goes by and he's chasing.
Mickey Lopez lofting one in, dangerous ball, still in the washing machine. Can they clear it away? And they do. Jeremy Hall. San Antonio ready to give that one a ride to the back of the net. Somehow Republic again come away unscathed.
Take your time. Silly giveaway by Maxi Rodriguez. Once again, should allow Sacramento kill another 20, 40 seconds off the clock.
And that's a lot of time added. The extra minutes of 5 minutes of stoppage time were brought to you by Rayleigh's Something Extra rewards program. Earn points every time you shop. Sign up today at Rayleighs.com. Seems like quite a bit of time here. Sacramento will now have to continue this defensive pressure for just a bit longer. Darnell King, tier pack. A big sigh from the crowd. Big lofting ball from San Antonio FC. A push in the box and a foul is called. And a good one nonetheless from Joseph Dickerson, who's all over that one. And another shove, Mickey Lopez. And crowd is
so silly. Right? Cohen's going to go and help up Hayden Partey. It's the same amount of time. I do like the fact that I think the fans here in Sacramento, how educated they are. The collective groan by the fans when they see 5 minutes held up by the fourth official, I think shows the educated soccer minds in the stands here tonight for Sacramento.
I will say this, talking to the play-by-play announcer for LAFC, Max Bredos, also Sports Center announcer as well, and he said he was really impressed that the knowledge of this crowd they had of soccer, and they knew the right time to cheer. They knew what was going on. They knew what a good buildup was, and he's very complimentary of Sacramento and the fans here. Darnell King lofting one in, dangerous ball. Cohen out again along a 6.
That's right, Rob. That's a dangerous ball in the box. Cohen not really set, ready for a corner or a cross at that point, but is able to right himself, right his feet, and grab it as San Antonio continues to go.
Too much on their back heels for Sacramento. I think the one thing that a player like Octavio Guzman used to do was kill the ball so well for the Republic. Who will be that guy in 2018? Through the legs of Hayden Partey. Moffitt. Someone's got to get to it. Schmidt a little bit late arriving. And a whistle is blown and a hard sliding challenge. And I think Schmidt got the best of what appears to be Darnell King slow to get up.
Tell you what, get off the tracks when the train's coming through.
I'll tell you what.
You see him size this up. You see him size it up. He's going down. Darnell King doesn't understand what he's about to get himself into.
And here's the interesting part. Justin Schmidt, he won the humanitarian award for his work with Shriners and the Big Brothers Big Sisters. He's a little bit tougher on the pitch than he may be off of it. Whistled there is a high forearm from, once again, Justin Schmidt. Iwasa giving chase, making it difficult for the back line to get anything working from the back. But you're right, Kevin, when the tactics change for San Antonio, they've seemed to be more effective. Working out of the back was not their favor tonight. Darnell King along the end line, crosses this one in. A header on the way, a save by Josh Cohen by the tips of his fingers and keeps it 2-1.
What a save by Josh Cohen.
Not done yet. San Antonio has a corner kick coming up. Less than 2 minutes remain here at Papa Murphy's Park. Ball set in swinger. punched away again by Cohen. Here's the follow-up, poked away by the Republic's Cameron Owasa. Cameron Owasa able to find Adam Moffat, who's chugging along the end line. And Moffat looking to kill it, and Moffat goes down hard and picks up the foul against Max Rodriguez.
I think the whole stands, every person was out of their seats, hoping Adam Moffat plays it across to Espino. But I tell you what, it's a tough ball, and I like the decision by Adam Moffat. This is the veteran move by Adam Moffat. Let's actually take a look real quick on this cross. What a wonderful ball in by Darnell King, and a great header right there by Alex Bruce, and an even better save by Josh Cohen. Saving 2 points potentially. Look at this, way to get down.
Well, here in live action play, Sacramento able to earn a corner kick, and Cameron Owasa firing up the crowd in the stands. Sacramento fans can taste the victory. Well, they earn the 3 points.
But this goes back to Adam Moffat's decision right now, I think, to slow things down a little bit. Yeah, we want to see another goal, put this thing out of reach, but still, the chances of that ball getting all the way across the pitch when Adam's running full speed is really difficult. And what's Adam do? Earns a set piece out of it. That's still Sacramento's ball.
And another throw for Sacramento, the final minutes here.
And now look where the ball is because of that decision by Adam. I mean, that's where this leads to, which is why it's so important to me, rather than a turnover or rather than a ball.
Easily could have become a counter for San Antonio going the other way. And here's one last chance potentially for SAFC. And there is the whistle, and that is it. Joseph Dickerson blows the whistle. The fans rejoice, and the Republic open the season with 3 points. The 2018 home opener is a good one for the Republic. First time in club history they open up at Papa Murphy's Park, and they celebrate with the fans. This one is Sacramento wins 2-1 here on the My 58. Don't go away. And a full post-game show coming up for you just minutes away.
Why does Papa Murphy's offer any large pizza for just $12 on Tuesdays? Because these things also happen on Tuesdays.
Soccer practice.
Softball practice.
T-ball practice. Picture day.
Jake's mom can't do carpool.
Dentist appointments.
Or the dentist appointments.
Tuba lessons.
Hopathons.
PTA meetings.
Science fair.
Show and tell. Book reports.
Mathlete practice.
Papa Murphy's $12 Tuesdays. Make Tuesdays easier and more delicious. Home bake any large pizza, just $12. Papa Murphy's.
Love at 425 degrees.
Welcome to the Xfinity Store. I can tell you about
streaming the most free TV shows and movies on the go.
Yeah, and
Xfinity Internet. It's the fastest.
And you can save by
getting up to 5 mobile lines included.
Whoa, you're good.
I'm just getting started.
Simple, easy, awesome. Get started with Xfinity Internet, now with 3 times the speed of AT&T and DirecTV for only $35 a month for 2 full years when you bundle with TV. Click, call, or visit us today.
It's the Volkswagen Smile at Spring Sales Event, where you will find great deals on award-winning SUVs that are sure to make you smile. With over 40 standard features and with America's best bumper-to-bumper transferable limited warranty. During the Volkswagen Spring Sales Event, you can't help but smile.
Do you know them?
Do you know them?
It's the Volkswagen Smile at Spring Sales Event.
Hurry in and get a $1,000 APR bonus or lease this 2018 Tiguan S for just $199 a month after a $1,000 bonus.
Big 3 points for the Sacramento Republic in the 2018 season opener as they take one from San Antonio FC, many consider to be one of the top clubs in USL. But a hard, tough fought battle here between these two sides, and let's take a look at our full-time highlights here. Sacramento with chances early, but this was one of the best of the game.
A great little piece of patient play by Sacramento in that final third, and an even better finish by Kevin Aleman. That's a tough ball. We talked about it. A tough ball to finish. And look at this pass by Cam Owasa. The weight of that pass is perfect into the stride of Kevin Aleman, and Kevin does a great job of putting it back in net. And look at right here, Bichev using the pressure by Darnell King. Just a little dip of the shoulders, a good strike on target, and the fortunate get goals. And that's a great job by Isley.
So Owasa with the assist to Aleman, and then it was started by Bichev, finished by Christian Isley. It would be 2-1. But yellow cards piling up for both sides, and Sacramento with another good opportunity and just couldn't get it through. Diego Restrepo showing why he was the USL goalkeeper in 2017.
Like seeing the combination once again, the link-up play, Jaime Villarreal playing the ball forward. It's a great little run by Isley, just being on that back shoulder.
And here's what almost went all wrong. Off the post, and then Mickey Lopez, a thunderous strike, 2-1, and things got a little bit more nerve-wracking in Papa Murphy's part.
A little bit, Rob. We got a lot more nerve-wracking. Gotten more nerve-wracking 10 minutes before that. I think San Antonio, the final 30, 35 minutes, were definitely the better team. Made this a game. And get another look right. Great little run by Isley, and I think Isley could have done better with it, but still great effort. And then Kevin Aleman once again on that side playing a perfectly weighted pass.
Need to be a top angle from Isley, but the game changed for SAFC when the youngster came in, and Connor Presley, the 19-year-old from Austin, Texas, nearly made this a 2-2 game on that back end, and then Sacramento continued to grind it out, continued to find ways to escape, and it was Josh Cohen, 2 big saves this afternoon, or this evening, I should say, and what a big game from number 1. So Sacramento will take this one 2-1. Let's take a look at our match stats. Shots on target, that was the difference here, and even though the possession swung the other way, you felt like Sacramento from the get-go punched him in the mouth a little bit and sent a message that we're going to get after you, we're going to pressure high, and we're going to make this a real match. So let's take a look at our Papa Murphy's man of the match, and it's the man who scored their first goal of the 2018 season. We'll look at it one more time. A beautiful ball from Awasa and Aleman. It is Kevin Aleman, our man of the match.
Yeah, great finish, well-deserved. I think he played really well the first 45 minutes, kind of disappeared in the second half, but I think there's a bigger picture to talk about in that second half after that 60-minute mark. Sacramento left a lot to be desired in the final 30 minutes, so going into the locker room, going into next week, great to pick up 3 points, but a lot to work on. Fitness may be one of these things, or mentality. You know, how long are these guys going to be able to stay with it in the match?
So let's take a look at next week. We'll be at Orange County. Kevin Goldthwait and I will be on the call. Make sure you tune in for that match next Saturday evening at 7 o'clock from Southern California. And should be another good one for Sacramento to try to earn another 3 points. And right now, first place, USL. Got to feel pretty good about that. I want to thank everyone here for their work behind the scenes. For my partner, Kevin Goldthwait, I'm Rob McAllister. Have a great St. Patrick's Day. Sacramento wins this one 2-1 in the 2018 home opener at Papa Murphy's Park. So long, everybody. We'll see you next week.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.